Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, March the 3rd, 2025. As you can see, we are here in Helvetia, which is the home of Fasnacht Day. We are on the last day of Fasnacht Day events, so just an FYI, if you missed out the last couple of weeks, if you start back tomorrow, Tuesday, which is the usual weekly update, you'll have missed it. So just an FYI, it's our last chance to get any kind of new plans and to get any type of the new masks. Now, I know ourselves, we are still on the hunt for a glowing mask, and some of you had mentioned the same kind of thing. So hopefully we're able to get our hands on one, but we'll see what happens. It is what it is. I did get two masks. I ended up getting one by completing the event myself, and the other one I had found in someone's vendor for 250 caps, and I just went ahead and got it. So yeah, so hopefully everyone was successful, and I hope those of you who have not yet got a glowing mask yet, I hope you get one the next 24 hours. That'd be great. I'm gonna pick up some wood here just in case we have that Tektron at the end. See what happens here. Let's roll up here and see. I doubt it, but I don't see him up there. Someone's in there already, looks like. A couple people. Oh, he's already talking.
Lanterns are unique. Handcrafted items.
And that's what people have been doing, I find, is they've been going around and collecting the items. And then that's why it's been taken, like, as comparable to previous layers, with, you know, it's usually a few minutes. People have been getting this done in, like, literally seconds. It's quite something.
Optical sensors. This unit believes error. File not found would make a good decoration.
All right, good stuff.
This room. Decoration assessment algorithm.
Let's go down here, play some music. I find just having one person playing music can go quite slow down here. So let's join in here.
This unit exists to execute function channel parentheses. Well, hello.
All right, there we go.
A fine band.
Nice.
A show, but I must go.
And I think that's it. All right, let's go ahead here and check out these daily challenges. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to re-roll this daily ops. It's a little bit better.
Start location.
All right, good stuff.
Mask application commencing.
Right on. Now, sometimes depending on, sometimes if you get the right daily challenges, sometimes you can kind of incorporate that into completing the Fasnacht Day event, which is pretty cool if you can do some stuff here at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. One-stop shops, I call them. Huh.
Impending Fasnacht mask adornment. Stand by.
All right, let's go ahead. Nice. Let's lock and load here, Jimmy boy. Oh, and something I forgot to mention. So yesterday, after I made the daily challenge video, I edit it there, and obviously have to download it to YouTube. So sometimes it takes a little while depending on what's going on. But I did complete Fasnacht Day Event for the first time by myself on a private server using this cold-blooded, cold-shouldered shotgun. And I only had 2 robots remaining at the end. But I did everything myself, and I got the Toothy Man mask. I was thinking, oh my lord, are you joking me? I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure I would have got one of the new masks at the very least. But yeah, I was really disappointed. Let's pick some stuff up here. We've been picking up a lot of stuff lately, and yesterday I struggled a little bit of with carry weight, which I don't normally do with this character, but just had a lot of armor and weapons on me. Just a couple of pieces of power armor that you get rewarded can really weigh down. I don't think I have any grenades left on me. Oh, I got a couple of plasma grenades. Let's use those up. Yeah, this is the mask here that this person's wearing. That's the one I had bought off of another player's vendor for 250 caps earlier in the week. And then that jackalope one, just the regular one I got by myself, completing this event. Oh, someone's in there already. Well, let's pick some stuff up here. We're able to get a couple of them, I guess. Just grab the little stuff here. Right on. Person's just standing here. That person's ready for the donation box already. Nope. Down here. Right there. Right behind us. Nice job there, buds. Wow. Nice job. Well done. I don't even have to use my weapon. That other player there, I think, just annihilated that thing with whatever weapon it had. Holy. Kind of like a Tesla rifle, but I don't think that's what it was, but looked very close to it. Cryptozoologist. I love it. I love it. You stinky fire breather next to him there. All right. Exterminator's pool cue, something I always wanted, thanks. Let me grab that aluminum scrap. I don't know who's putting that in there. Gold watch, take this gear. Fasnacht skull mask, yeah, thanks game. Thanks for playing, it says. Thanks for playing, Jim. That's what we think, yeah. Anywho, hey, are you in charge with giving out the masks? Maybe next year you can make the drop rate a little bit better for us common folk, you know? Jeepers creepers. Anywho, let's go ahead. We're gonna go to a private server where it's just a tad more quieter. Yep. Alrighty. So I'm off until this coming Friday. I just got off of work this morning. So 3 12-hour night shifts in a row. And last night was so cold. I was wearing 3 balaclavas, a sweater, coveralls, and a winter parka. Fleece pants. It is quite something. And it was so cold working last night. It's like it was minus 24, degrees Celsius, obviously. I live here in Canada, but yeah. Like so cold. Huh. One of those type of colds with the wind, where your wind feels like it's going to burn off. And even though it's cold out, it feels like your face is going to burn off. All right, let's take a look at these challenges here, Jim. Let's see here. Okay. Rock and roll, so we can do a couple good things here. Let's go ahead and collect a microscope or biometric scanner too. So if I do a couple videos I made in early 2023, I believe the title of those videos is Scrap Junk to Produce Crystal. And this is before we did the bulk and scrap method here on the channel. And those videos, I think there's maybe 4 at the very most, very short videos, but we're looking for microscopes, okay? Now we can find microscopes in many great places in around the wasteland. Right here at Morgantown High School, there are 4 of them in the science lab right on the main floor. Right down here in the Hawksbill Weather Station, there's quite a few of them down there as well. Another really good spot I like to kind of show people is right up here at Ella Ames Bunker. You don't need it. There's no terminal to get into the bunker. You go downstairs and you go in her little lab, and there's 6 of them right down there. And of course, one of the videos is a very popular video. We're here at the White Spring Resort. So this icon right here, the front entrance, you just take a right up those stairs. You go through the tavern. You go right into the medical bay. And in the medical bay, on one side, there's 1 microscope. And on the other side, there are 2 of them. So there's 3 there altogether. And it is a great, great spot for microscopes. And I know we can find microscopes in many great places and around the wasteland, but I find those particular areas are very, very popular. So because I do have this particular video here in White Springs Resort is a very popular one of mine, let's pop into Ella Ames Bunker. We'll just kind of pop up here. I know it seems like, when we look at the map, many of us think, hey, it's maybe the higher level, but my low-level character actually came here very early on, before level 50. Just following the quest lines and stuff, right? So just an FYI. There's Ella Ames Bunker here. Let's go ahead and go inside. There's no enemies down here at all, so it's even better. Turn our light on here. And then we get a nice little gas canister there. Pretty good. Let's head downstairs here. Alright, so once you're inside the kitchen, we're going to take a right through this door. Right down this hallway right here. And there are 6 microscopes there. There's 2, 4, and 6 right there. So it's a great spot for microscopes. There we go. Nice and easy. Just like that. Super easy. Alright, let's see what's next here. Go ahead, cripple a Mirelurk Slim 2. So many great spots we can find Mirelurks in and around the wasteland. There are 6 of them up here at the Toxic Dried Lake Bed. There's 5 of them right here at the New River Gorge Resort in out back where the swimming pool area is. And there's a little house back there. And there's 2 inside the house, but you have to enter the house from the basement or from underneath the house. Okay, so just an FYI because the front door is barricaded. Ohio River Adventures is a pretty good spot there as well. Down here at Lake Reynolds. Right over here in Summersville, actually. Back in the day, I would say over 2 years ago, the house on the right-hand side with the burnt books in it, it used between that house and the cemetery next to it and the river, was an absolute spawning point for Mirelurks. But they got rid of that nowadays, obviously. But we can still find 3 Mirelurks in this location. But you have to come down to the water here. Yeah, there's 2 of them right here, but they're kind of partially submerged. So as you get closer, they'll pop up out of the water. And there's one down by himself, and there's a little ghoul that's kind of walking down. And so there's 3 still here today in that location. If looking for a little bit more of a challenge from Mirelurks, we have good old Vault 94. We have Quarry X3. We have the Hemlock Spring Stump. And of course, the Slumber Mill Motel. So many great spots for Mirelurks. Let's pop up here to the Toxic Dried Lake Bed here. And we'll take care of them up here.
This is Grafton's
Now we're just not killing these Mirelurks. What are we doing to them?
Who else would it be?
We are crippling their limbs too. So this one here is kind of nice and opened up. You can just basically shoot at them, free aim, and at some point you'll be crippling some sort of limb on them. So this one here is fairly easy to do. Now sometimes we do get cripples where we have to cripple an arm or a leg or other stuff like that, or a head, and that's where I like to use VATS myself. And we use VATS as a perk card that will help you out under perception. It's called Concentrated Fire Legend. Move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. So a little daily like this, you know, like 2 cripples, it isn't too bad. But sometimes we get weekly challenges where we have to cripple 30, okay, and on a certain enemy. But this is where the VATS and Concentrated Fire kind of kicks in, where you can maximize the number of cripples you can get per enemy. So you can go left leg, right leg, head, you know, left arm, right arm, head kind of deal, etc., etc. And sometimes you can get anywhere from 2 to 3 cripples if you have the right weapon per enemy, and really, you know, make it go a little bit quicker. All right, so just an FYI. Most ballistic weapons work quite well: plasma caster, plasma rifle, bow and arrow, crossbow, the shotgun, like what I'm using right now, with the Enforcer perk card under agility, which you'll see a little bit later on. The drill, if you have a tanky build or power armor on, just to name a couple of great things. But as you guys know, if you guys see me do this every single day, not all weapons are created equal when you're looking to cripple. So let's go ahead here. And these guys, I find Mirelurks, because how they have that big shell on them, okay, they could be a little bit more difficult to cripple, like their limbs, right? So I usually kind of go for the head. All right, so there we go, done just like that. Nice. Any caps on them? No. Oh, okay. Let's lock and load, Jimmy. All right, let's see what's next here. Kill Blood Eagle 10. So many great spots we can find Blood Eagles in around the wasteland. So we're looking for this particular icon right here. Now, in terms of real squishy Blood Eagles, we have the Crosshair in the forest, Twin Pine Cabins, Hunter's Ridge. Now, I like to call it Blood Eagle Alley. It starts all the way down here in the Ash Heap, the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox, Pigsty. Works its way up this little mountain range here and meets up with the highway, the Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Syndicate Gang Camp. You have good old Bloody Frank's, Dagger's Den, Crimson Prospect, just to name a couple of great spots for you guys, okay? And many great areas. We haven't been to Dagger's Den in a little while, so let's pop over Dagger's Den here today and check this place out. It's been a little while. We were here maybe a few weeks ago with the lower level character following the quest lines, but this main character of mine, I don't think he's been here for quite a while. Now, if you have grenades and all that stuff, by all means use it. It's not real particular what type of weapon to use. Oh, we have a puppy up here. Something behind me? Oh, this guy. There's a rover there.
Why are you hiding? I thought we were friends.
There's a lot of great stuff here too in Dagger's Den. Oh, and another little pop there. Sorry, bud. Gotta watch out for that guy. That automatic weapon down there. The one thing I like about here is a lot of them will come to you, which is pretty good. This guy down here, the flyer, he'll have that automatic weapon on him. Heavy gun. And just like that. And there's still probably about, I'll at least say maybe about a half a dozen more of these guys around here, so it's a really good spot. And that way there you don't have to leave. Let's grab some stuff here. You have a turret down there. Nice. Nice. It's pretty quiet there now, isn't it? Alright. Get over here. Let's head to our camp, which we can't do because I'm overweight. Let's just go ahead and take a carry weight booster, as we ended up doing yesterday. There we go. Use a carry weight booster here, Jimmy. And we'll pop over to our camp. That's awesome. They didn't even see me. All right, back here at the old camp here. Crossroads Camp, and in case you guys missed it, this is my newest camp here at the Crossroads, right next to White Spring Station, and I did do a video on this just the other day, and you can check that out if you so wish. A little camp tour video. All right, let's see what's next here, Jim. Drink purified water too. So we can find purified water in many great spots in around the wasteland. I find it kind of hit and miss depending on the server that you're on. Sometimes we're luckier than other times, but what I usually recommend to people is if you're on a public server with other people, just kind of go around to players' camps, okay? Because players' camps, very similar to my camp, I'm not saying every one, we usually have vintage water coolers or the enclave water coolers available for everyone, right? So as you can see, this is my newest camp. I have a lot of water coolers here, and I've been spending a little bit more time on public servers, so people just kind of stop by, pick up their purified water for free, and it's definitely a way to do it, okay? And that's what I usually recommend to people. Now, this vintage water cooler is the one that we get from opening up the festive gifts. It's nice and small. You can kind of stack them on top of each other. We've had this one here for quite some time. So if you ever see these for sale, like the plan for sale in someone's vendor, I definitely recommend buying it. It's nice and short, it's small, compact. It looks very pleasant looking. So just an FYI. Now, season 19, or we're approaching almost the last week of season 19, season pass, and we can buy these enclave water collectors in there as well. Now, I did do a video on this, and I kind of did a little comparison between the two The only thing is these ones are a little bit taller, so you can't stack them, but they're just as pleasant to look at. And as you can see, it will passively collect 2 purified water while you play the game. All right, so just an FYI there. So let's grab a couple of purified water here. Now, if you don't have either or, and you don't have the time to go around to go to other players' vendors, you can use these water purifiers, the old-fashioned side. If we go to our build menu here, and we go down to the water section, I'm talking about these guys right here. So you guys learn these very early on in game just by simply following the overseer. Like I would say, like just a little bit past level 20, you get these guys. Now they do require a lot to build. They do require a lot of power. But this is all you have, it's all you have. And to be honest with you, this is all I had, with the exception of maybe about 2.5 years ago when I finally got my hands on that vintage water cooler. And I'm telling you, it's all you have, it's all you have. And that's what I usually recommend. Put a couple of these per camp, and that way there you'll collect your purified water. So this one here is 2, 3, and 5. I believe that's the way it goes. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll finish off this drinking of the purified water here. So under food and drink, obviously. There you go, drink purified water just like that. Let's go ahead and fix some stuff up here. There we go. Yeah, that guy was annoying. Oh, is there somebody else there? I can hear him. What in the world? How did you get up there, little buddy? Huh. Isn't that cool, eh? Alright, whatever. Is there another one around? Alright, well, whatever. Let him have its fun, I guess. Let's head inside. He must be inside. Oh, right there. Shoot that guy in the face. Alright. What's next? Mod a piece of armor 5. So I usually recommend for this one here, since you've been playing the game, you've been picking up armor and even weapons, okay? You've been scrapping them. And especially very early on in game when you're a brand new player, you have a higher chance to learn a mod for that armor. And even if you don't use that armor day to day, your character will always know that mod for that armor that you scrapped, okay? So just an FYI. And as you get to play a little bit longer and you get a little bit higher level, you know, getting these mods from scrapping armor doesn't happen as frequently, all right? So just an FYI. But you can go ahead and go to your armor workbench and change that mod. But as we all know, it will cost you valuable resources that you may or may not have, okay? And you guys see me kind of fall victim to that a little bit because I don't pick up enough items with my low-level character, and sometimes I just don't have, I don't even have enough junk to repair my armor and weapons sometimes. So it's kind of funny to watch, right? So just an FYI there. So when this one here pops up, I usually recommend for people to change the skin or the paint. Is when you change the skin or a paint, you're only using oil. All right, so just an FYI there. Let's go to our atomic shop here, and I will show you where to go. If we go down here, once it loads in, of course, go down here to the skin section. We'll go over to the armor tab. So this will show you what armor you have that you own a paint for, okay? Now, I've never bought a paint for armor before, and all these paints I've got off of previous scoreboards. Now, if you check the season pass, you can also buy paint using tickets nowadays, okay? So you can always also do it that way as well. But this is where you'll see what armor, and even like leather armor, metal secret service, combat, all the armor you'll get a paint for, all right? You can check that out there. So let's head in here to our armor workbench. Now we're going to go modify / repair. Now I use Secret Service armor, so we're going to use this left arm for example, so let's slide it over. Now again, I can go ahead and change different things, but sometimes it's going to cost me resources, okay? Sometimes even perk cards, but we're going to change the paint. And as you can see, the requirement's only going to cost me oil. So let's go ahead. We're going to go no paint. It's not going to cost us anything at all going no paint. So let's go ahead. We're going to go back to Raiderish paint. And we're just, and all you need is one paint basically. And all you do is just keep flipping it back. Just like that. It's as easy as that. We only use a couple of oil there altogether. And a similar method is when we have those daily challenges for when we have to mod a weapon. Same exact method, but it's for a weapon. Alright? Pretty cool, eh? Let's see what's next here. Starting to lose my voice, so you guys can tell. Craft any Flair at a Tinkerer's Bench 1. Now, we can get flares in the game by completing events, okay? I find the Mothman Equinox event during that time of year. There's usually a couple of awards where you'll get a Flair plan, okay? There are a couple of events still in the game that happens day to day where we can have a chance to get a plan, and that's here the Middle Mountain Pit Stop for Safe and Sound. And right down here, the Sacramento Glade for Beasts of Burden. So during those two events, you do have a chance to get a backpack Flair plan, all right? Now, another thing you can do is you can buy them in the Atomic Shop if you so wish. Now, sometimes they'll be in bundles, okay? But let's go down here to skins. Go down here to backpacks. And I'll show you what flares are available. And sometimes if there's any available in the shop, it'll pop up here where you can buy them as well. But they'll also show you what flares you own. Alright, so in order to complete this daily, we need a Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft. We're going to go down here to Souvenirs section. And the Souvenirs section, this is where we craft our flares, we craft our steins, and we craft our plushies, okay? Let's go ahead. We're going to craft a 3-ball flare here. There we go. Craft any flare to Tinkerer's Bench 1 for 1, done. Now, when you craft it this way, at the Tinkerer's Bench, there's not a whole lot you can do with it, okay? So if we open up our Pip-Boy here, to this 3-ball flare right here, if I try to equip it, as you can see, cannot equip this item. If I try to drop it, it will destroy itself, all right? So just an FYI. So the only thing we can do with flares when we craft them that way is if you happen to have a display. So let's open up our build menu here, and we'll go down here to the display tab. And there'll be a, these certain type of flare displays. This one here we got back in, I think season 11 or 12. But if we go ahead and build that, and if we transfer the flare onto it, it'll hang the flare right there. Pretty cool, eh? Now, if you're looking to get a flare on your backpack, that's a totally different way than the way that I just showed you, okay? You actually have to do that at the armor workbench. I'm just kind of adding this in, just because, people might be wondering how to do this. So all you do is you go modify/repair at your armor workbench, You go down to your backpack, and on your backpack will have 2 mod slots, and this is where you would change the flare. And same thing, most flares only cost plastic to craft, sometimes plastic and steel, but most of them are just plastic, and that's where you do that. So just in this FYI, while we're talking about flares, just in case I'm asked a question. Okay. I think we have one left here. Let's take a look at our weapons section. There we go. Nice. All right, so sell weapon to an NPC vendor 5. So again, we can get weapons by killing enemies such as Scorch, Super Mutants, Mole Miners, etc. I find Mole Miners are pretty decent for shotguns and gauntlets, okay? So once when you get that weapon, you can go ahead and sell it to any NPC vendor on the map. We do have a couple spots where we can find weapons just laying around. I find down here in Welsh is a pretty good spot for that. Weapons just laying around. On Somerville's Dam, we have that large suspension bridge. There should be a shotgun on each side of the suspension bridge. Right here in good old Helvetia, we do have that white church down here. And on your way to the steeple, before you get to that narrow stairway, like the windy one, there should be a shotgun right there on a couple of boxes. And even down here through Flatwoods, you'll come across some weapons down here as well. Another thing you can do is you can craft weapons, such as throwing weapons right at your armor workbench, or sorry, right at your weapons workbench. And you can craft your own weapon right here. You can go down here to throwing weapons, these throwing knives. This is a default plan you learn at the very beginning of the game at level 1, right out of the vault. So as long as you have the steel, you can go ahead and craft a couple of these if you so wish, then sell it to an NPC vendor. Nice and easy, and that's what we usually do here. Now, in a talk about NPC vendors, we're talking about any robot vendor at any train station, any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. So, of course, we use the White Spring North entrance. You can use the front door entrance, but it's just an additional loading screen to get down to the mall. We have vendor bought resin here at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. We have the vendor bots here at the Foundation. The Sunny guys, the little twins there. We have the White Church here in Flatwoods. We have good old Duchess here at the Wayward. And of course, our camp gets visited by traveling merchants, okay? And one more thing here. This is what we're going to use here in this video. The legendary exchange machines that we can find at all train stations, at the Trading Post, White Springs Mall. These are also considered NPC vendors. Got a straggler there. Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to exchange a weapon. Let's go ahead and use this instigating pull hook. Sell weapon to an NPC vendor 5. And then what you can do is you can buy that back for the 5 script. Sell it back for 5 script. Buy it again. Sell it back. You see what I'm doing here? So it's very easy to do. And it's only a 1-star, so I'm not too worried about losing it if I lose it accidentally. Just like that, sell it up into an NPC vendor 5 for 5, done. Just like that. So that's just one more alternative way of completing this daily challenge nice and easy. A big load there. Alright. I think we're done. We are done just like that. And I'm slowly fading, as you guys can tell with my voice. Let's go weapon of the day here. Cold-blooded, tactical cold shoulder, 4 times ammo capacity, plus 50% damage to cryptids, gradual freezing that reduces target's movement speed by up to 85% for 4 seconds. Hardened receiver, a lion long barrel, a lion stock, reflex sight dot, muzzle brake, cold-blooded paint, and as some of you can probably tell, it does drip blood. 20 times 8 damage, 20 times 8 cryo damage, takes shotgun shells, it is single fire and is very quick. Basically just like a real simple shotgun build here, nothing real special. So under strength we have Master Shotgunner, Expert Shotgunner, all maxed out. Sturdy frame, scatter shot's a good one. Skeet shooter's a good one. Concentrated fire, Grenadier, Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative. This is the Enforcer perk card I mentioned for crippling with shotguns. White Knight Adrenaline. We have these random luck cards which randomly pop up when it's being activated. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They all stay the same. I am very happy with them, and as you can see, they are all maxed out. So again, tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll have not only our dailies, we'll have a fresh set of weeklies, which is pretty good. So I'm thinking next week will be the last week for Season 19 Season Pass, because I believe on the 11th, Tuesday, will be the update. But we'll know more tomorrow and all that jazz. So, yeah, rock and roll. Hope you enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and share me the chance. It really helps me out I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.